So today we're gonna go ahead and answer some of the questions you have left in the comments in my last Cheryl and Karan video. I also have some other little news that you might not be aware about the couple, and when I tell you I've got a little snippet of a video that you might probably need a therapy after seeing it. So stay tuned and let's get into this. Before we start, welcome friends, welcome to my channel, welcome to my cozy little space. I hope you're having an amazing day. Six a famous couple, Cheryl and Karan McCain, who are 63 and 26 years old, are one such couple who are living their lives and battling stigma by sharing their relationship online. So I'm gonna start and answer some of the kind of main questions that people are asking me in the comments. I did answer most of them, I think. I always try to like and answer whenever people leave any comments or questions. So I'll cover some of them today. So many people are asking how old Cheryl really is. Is she lying? Some of you won't believe. So as far as we know, Cheryl is 63 and Karan is 26. They have exact 37-year difference.
I'm Cheryl McCain and I'm 63 years old.
I'm Karan McCain and I am 26 years old, and we have a 37-year age gap.
Some people kind of a bit skeptical, but as far as I've seen all the videos on TikTok, on Instagram and other social media platforms, whenever they had an interview or them answering the age question themselves, they've always been consistent and the age has never changed or swayed or they kind of misspoke. So I genuinely believe that she's 63, although many of you are just commenting in the comments that, oh my god, she's older, she's like in the 80s. I believe that she's 63. So that's one of the questions covered. Another question was, has Cheryl got any other kids or any biological children of her own? So prior to meeting Karan, because obviously they don't have any kids as of yet, they have a surrogate which is pregnant and they're expecting a baby. But Cheryl actually has got 7 kids on her own and she's a grandmother to 17 grandchildren. We can see in this clip that she's actually confirming how many kids that she has.
My family doesn't approve of him. I don't care if they do or not. Like, I'm with him. I have 7 children. 1 child is there for both of us.
So, another question, or I guess a comment that people been saying. So let me just make something clear. Most of us, you and me, are kind of in the same boat with the whole Cheryl and Karan situation. So we kind of agree on the going of the majority of both videos and the comments. Majority of people agree that it's not the relationship itself, although some people do have issues with the relationship or don't kind of have a positive outlook on it, including myself, but they're both adults, consenting adults, so that's not our issue. Majority of the issue comes from that they are having a baby and they're bringing a child into this whole mess, should I say. And yes, I'm saying mess because just stay with me and I'll explain to you why. And if you are the minority of the people who say, oh listen, leave them alone, let them be happy, they love each other, you just wait. When I tell you, I'm gonna show you, probably at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you a little clip that Karan himself posted on his Instagram. I have no words to describe. And then if after seeing that you still believe that they deserve to bring, or it's right for them and their relationship to bring a baby into this, then I don't know what else to say. So let's keep going with other questions that you asked. So they have a 37-year difference, but if you were not aware, Cheryl actually first met Karan and got to know Karan when he was 15 years of age. Yep, he was 15. And do the math, she was 37 years older than him. Then they kind of went separate ways and met up when he was already older and an adult, basically. So yeah, that's another thing. So you meet someone when they're 15. Yeah, it's very weird to me. How can you meet them later on in life, knowing that you saw them and knew them when they were 15, and then kind of get married to them? That's kind of a little bit of the grey area, but anyways, they got married when they were both adults. Another little update that we have on Cheryl and Karan is they actually have done a gender reveal. So it's already been out for quite a while, but in case you haven't seen, do you think it's a girl? Do you think it's a boy? You'll find out in a minute. It actually, so the whole gender reveal, it actually began with a prank from their friends as Cheryl and Karan popped a balloon which had multicolored confetti in. But later on, they popped an actual, so them two together popped an actual balloon which revealed the gender of the baby. So let's go ahead and watch that.
What it is? You ready? What is it? 1, 2, 3.
So there we go, it's a girl, and both parents seemed very happy. They gave each other a hug and were overjoyed. So another common question, I would say the most asked question in a comment under my videos was, so this comment is from Lexi. Another issue is, whose egg did the surrogate get pregnant with? If it's her own, then she's under no legal obligation to hand over her child in the same way as if you get pregnant and decide to give the baby up for adoption. I now know for a fact, because obviously I wasn't sure, but like it's logical and any kind of person can kind of put 2 and 2 together. But I can now with certainty say that I was right in my other video, that it is his DNA that's being, I'm not gonna say, I don't want to say the word just in case YouTube doesn't like it. So it is Karan's DNA that was used, so it's gonna be his biological child. It won't be biologically Cheryl's child, as she's not able, due to her age, she was not able to, obviously she doesn't ovulate, and in order for the IVF they need an egg, so they kind of give you this medication. The person produces a lot of eggs and then they pick the healthy ones and they mix it out with Karan's DNA and that creates an embryo, and then they implant it into the surrogate.
My baby as well. It's my husband's sperm, and it's still going to belong to me because I'm with him.
But we don't know 100% still whether they've got a donated egg to mix with Karan's DNA and implant it into the surrogate. But most of us, and I'm sure we are right, are now aware that the egg used was the surrogate's egg. So stay with me and see this little chain that is creating. This comment I think was spot on, and it was from Love Pretty Nails Lady. So seems shady to me. I bet it's one of his exes who's not completely over him and he probably did a dirty deed with her to conceive. Either way, it seems kind of shady to me. So there have been a lot of rumors going around that he actually slept or done the deed with a surrogate, and she conceived, and then they decided basically for that surrogate that she will give the baby to the couple, to the Cheryl and Karan. I actually have a little sneak peek, or the video that I found, which low-key confirms this, kind of, in my opinion, right? So, and I'll tell you why I think that they actually done the deed. So it also proves my theory that I've been answering a lot of you, that they did not go a proper route and they did not go for a proper well-known agency, surrogate agency, because when you go for an agency kind of does all the work and then you just kind of pay for them. So agency will find a suitable surrogate. One of the requirements of a good agency is that the surrogate mother would have had her own biological children prior, at least one kid. It's just so the person doesn't attach to their baby, basically. So the person is not having their first baby and they might change their mind or develop feelings. So that's one of the requirements. Another thing, they do lots of tests like drug testing and whatever normal tests you would assume. That's what the agency requests from the surrogate. Also, they draw up a very kind of tight and a good contract to kind of cover their parents. So all the issues that Cheryl and Karan already had wouldn't arise. It's never, like I said, depends on what state you're using a surrogate. It's never a certainty. So many people are like, oh, if it's their baby, they're gonna keep it. No, it doesn't work like that. There's been instances where the surrogate mother was pregnant with a couple's baby, the biologically couple's baby, so the egg and the father's DNA was biologically theirs, and she still ended up keeping the babies. There's loads of cases like this, and it is weird, and some of you are kind of like shocked that it can happen. Yes, it can. So that's another issue. When the surrogate was threatening Karan and Cheryl, I am 99.9% sure that it is her egg, and that they conceived it by having the deed. So did you know, so this is my first bit of information that I didn't know, that this is not the couple's first surrogate. What? There's actually a lady named Elizabeth who explained, we'll watch this shortly, that she was supposed to be Cheryl and Karan's surrogate prior to this one, but things didn't work out, and basically the whole thing failed, and they kind of fired her. They basically sent her a letter, which she will explain in the short video we're about to watch. But the funny thing is, guess, just you wait to see how they wanted her to conceive the child. So let's go ahead and watch this.
My name is Elizabeth Plunkett. I'm a former attempted surrogate to Cheryl and Karan, who have now taken an interest in publicly using their platform to state that I've broken contract and say negative things about me. I'm here to show you what they mean. You can go back and pause to read all that. They're saying that I broke contract by getting into a relationship. So they let me know that I breached contract by being in a relationship with somebody else and that it was no longer active. While in their contract, multiple times they say that surrogate and surrogate husband. While I've never had a husband, I had just started dating somebody. In this contract, it states that this agreement shall terminate with a written notice to me. I've never received a written notice that this contract was over the phone, which I do have recorded. He states that I broke contract because I was in a relationship with somebody else. It also states that surrogates shall be artificially inseminated with the semen of natural father by a physician, which would be Karan and a doctor. There was no doctor involved. It was all at home, and the accuracy of the procedure was basically homebrewed. This was never viewed by a notary. This was never taken to a court. Any notice provided for or concerning this agreement shall be in writing and shall be deemed sufficiently given when sent by certified or registered mail. I have never signed an agreement stating that I cannot be in a relationship while being their surrogate. The public defamation is not going to stand.
So yet again, wow. Thank you, Elizabeth, for telling us this information, and it also yet again proves that they never had good intentions of actually going the proper legal way and do the proper checks to get a proper surrogate to have this baby. They wanted her to conceive without the clinic, which will usually arrange all this. So the clinic will arrange the egg collection, the clinic will arrange the father's DNA, they're gonna arrange also putting the embryo into the surrogate. That's what you pay for. They all cover this, do this, and like I said, everything is covered by the agency. That's the proper way. They wanted her to have it the cheap way. So basically he does his business, usually this is how it happens. He does his business in a pot, and then the woman takes the syringe, fills it up, and does it that way. Ew. This is the cheap way. I've read a lot about this, and it's quite common like years ago. People used to do it all the time because they couldn't afford IVF or they wanted another kid. Sometimes they got it off of the internet and impregnated themselves. So yeah, that's what I gathered, the way that he wanted, kind of the route that they wanted to go to, because they didn't want to pay the fee to have it done the proper way, which is major red flags and just proves to me that the intentions are not pure. And let me just tell you, they have enough funds. Trust me, they have enough funds to do it the proper way, proper, safe way. So also this video and Elizabeth's story and all the comments kind of proves, and I think people are right, that I think he either done a deed with his, and it might have been somehow they knew this surrogate is either his ex or somehow some kind of relationship that he had with this woman, or is either a friend of theirs. But anyway, we kind of know now. So he either had the deed with her to get her pregnant, or he's done the same thing that he wanted to do with Elizabeth and kind of done it in a pot, and then she kind of done the other thing and impregnated herself. Another comment says, from Anita Joe 4DC. He says, crying, I just want a family baby. Then why marry a 63-year-old woman? Should have thought about this beforehand. 100%. So like, again, I have no problem. They're both consenting adults. They can do whatever they want with their lives. But when you marry someone who is 37 years older than you, and you say you want to have a family, you should know that there's going to be certain difficulties or certain issue, whether you marry someone older, whether you marry someone with disability, whether you marry someone who cannot conceive. You know that these problems will exist, right? So you should kind of go into the relationship having that information already there, and kind of it will be a different relationship a little bit. It's going to be certain adjustments. So the fact that he knew that she could not conceive already, that she didn't ovulate, and then he still went that route, and now he's crying, complaining, it's like, that's the kind of sacrifice you made. And of course, another majority of the comments says, this couple is so fake, this situation sounds like their baby's actually surrogates. Absolutely, after seeing Elizabeth's video, absolutely, it just proves it, and the contract and everything, it just proves it. And that she isn't actually a surrogate. This sounds more like an adoption situation, and the biological mother is 100% allowed to change her mind before the baby is born. Yes, so there are instances, if you go down the proper route for an agency, sometimes people do use the surrogate's eggs. It's all up to the surrogate and the contract that they make. Some surrogate mothers donate their own eggs. So it happens, so it still can be father's DNA and the surrogate's eggs, but it doesn't mean she's gonna keep it. It's still in the contract that she will give the baby away. But it doesn't have to be surrogate's egg for her, in order for her to keep the baby regardless. Depends where you are. Like I said, surrogacy is a very, very gray area, and it's a very odd situation to be in. You have to have the best chances, you have to have the best contract, the best agency, and to make sure all the little leeways or the little roads that can go wrong are covered. They are off for cloud and have always been. I watched these two forever. I agree. This comment was from Donna. I 100% agree. This couple is for cloud. Either way, why would you risk not going this weird route with a surrogate and not having it proper covered when you have means to do so? It just proves. And for the people who are still believe, oh, this is love, leave them alone, they can be happy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me just apologize to you, my lovely viewers and subscribers, for what you are about to see. Thank God that it's only like so many seconds long, because like I was just stunned, okay? You might need therapy after this, so let's go ahead and watch this video. Are you okay? I am so sorry to have to put you through this. Oh my god, stop. So another little tea that I have to wrap all this up, especially for all those people that still are on their side, or not on their side, but kind of telling us all to leave them alone, let them be happy, let them enjoy and have this family and have the baby. I'll remind you again, I do not care what two of them do with each other together. I don't care. But what I'm about to say now and show you a little clip, if you still think that bringing a baby into this situation, okay, so if you don't care about the age, that the baby's gonna be bullied, okay. But when you watch this, what you're about to see, and you still tell me that that's okay to bring a baby into this, then you and me are not the same. We are just not even on different pages. We're not even in the same book. So let's go and watch the next video and the last video today.
You guys had an OnlyFans.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right.
Oh, you ran into
She was in the air. It was like a waterfall.
She was in the whoa!
Yep, they're getting OnlyFans. I don't know whether this is true, whether they just clickbaiting or whatever you want to call it, whether they just kind of messing with us. This video is from Karan's Instagram, official Instagram. So I don't have enough money that I will need if I went to confirm into OnlyFans, if I logged in and watched it, and for you kind of to tell you that yep guys, it's confirmed, it's true. I don't have enough money in the world to pay for my therapy that I will need afterwards, after seeing whatever they posted on OnlyFans. So if any of you lovely subscribers, my lovely viewers, would do this instead and maybe kind of go to the page and see and tell me and all of us if this is true, I would appreciate it. Although I'm not taking the responsibility for how traumatized you will be, and I'm not paying for your therapy either. But if you're happy to do it and just confirm to all of us that this is true, then please go ahead and then send me a message and say, like, you know, it's true, I've seen it. Well done. It'll be standing ovation for you, because I'm definitely not the one who will be watching it or even considering going onto the page and doing all that. Ew. So that's a wrap for today. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for engaging in all of my videos, for all the new subscribers. It means so much to me. I love all of you and I truly appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Mwah.